The C65 Dune GMT from Christopher Ward. We love it, but why? And is it better than a certain other watch that we've reviewed recently? But first, I'm not a watch expert, I'm just a watch nerd. So if I get anything wrong, if you wanna have a debate with me, pop down into the comments and tell me what you want to tell me. Whilst you're down there, why not like, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss another video, and off we go. C65 Dune GMT from Christopher Ward. Oh, it's stunning. So we made a video about it as soon as it was released and it got a lot of views, so thank you for that. But Terry had a watch. He had a JLC Odysseus, was it?
JLC Odysseus.
He had a JLC Odysseus with the small seconds. Terry, throw a picture of it up. It was beautiful, but I think it was 32.
It was too small, wasn't it?
32, 33, yeah, bit too small. So,
it was an impulse buy.
yeah, it was an impulse buy from him on Chrono 24. One of those. I'm sure we're all familiar with that. So we sold it. Deacons in Swindon. Big up Deacons. And he used the money to buy this. So this is Terry's watch. I've borrowed it. So I've been wearing it for a couple days. And I have some thoughts. Almost all very positive. Came in this box.
Nice box.
It's a very nice box. It's got wood in the box, which we always like. And it's also got, which is very good, stickers. So when our new set's built, we can put some Christopher Ward stickers somewhere on the set. How does that sound, Terry?
Stick with a laptop.
Business laptop we're going to buy. So yeah, that's the box. It contains the watch, but the watch is here, so we don't need to worry about it. We've gone through the specs in our previous video, but here's a rundown. 38mm, so it's a separately settable GMT hand, not our hand, and a separately settable date. I actually prefer that to like a true GMT, where the hour hand is separately settable and stuff, because it's way more convenient. With the crown in position 1, rotate the crown one way, you change the GMT hand. Rotate it the other way, you get the date. With a true GMT, for example, the Rolex GMT Master 2, you've got to put the hour hand round and round and round the dial. Even though it's quickly settable, still takes absolutely ages, and it's so much quicker on GMT in this configuration. So big up Christopher Ward for just doing it well. I don't care, it's not a true GMT. It's like an office GMT, not a traveler GMT, but I love it. It's obviously automatic. It's got a beautiful case back. It's got a screw down crown, giving it 150 meters of water resistance, which is really excellent. And we will compare that to another watch in a minute, but it uses the SW330-2 movement, and it's just brilliant. Giving it a power reserve of 56 hours. And it also wears very, very thin, which is lovely at only 11.9 millimeters thick. So love this watch. It's excellent. The sand dial, I have to say as well, because we've criticized Christopher Ward for this in the past, the logo, it's like a sand brushed finished Christopher Ward logo, looks spectacular on this dial. It looks lovely. It matches the polished outlines on the indices and the hands and everything amazingly. It's got a lollipop hour, or not hour hand, a lollipop seconds hand, which with the trident counterbalance is just, with everything I've just mentioned, makes the dial wonderfully decorated. Circular hour markers, date at 6, a sword minute hand, and an arrow, a green arrow for the GMT matching that 24-hour inner bezel. It's just stunning. They've thought about this design so much. I love it. It's actually one of my favorite Christopher Ward designs I've seen. Terry couldn't have picked a better watch. What he could have done better though was get it on a bracelet. No, so Terry wouldn't have worn it on a bracelet, so he saved himself 160 quid getting it on this strap, but this is my only issue with this watch. It's a Wednesday today. The watch arrived Saturday. been wearing it quite a lot, both me and him. And would I be correct in saying, Terry, your only complaint about this watch so far is that the watch either sits like that or it sits like that. It doesn't want to sit flat and there's a big gap.
Generally moves. It's quite tough. It's a tough strap, isn't it?
It's a very tough strap. It is like khaki canvas. I love the aesthetics of the strap. It feels really solid. It matches the dial of the watch perfectly. It's a beautiful strap and it will soften up. We know it's gonna soften up, but it hasn't happened yet. And I didn't want this to be completely positive about the watch because I hate doing stuff that's 100% positive. I just think this could be a bit more comfortable. That's my only complaint about the watch. But, Terry, what was one of our first watch reviews on the channel? One of.
It was the Khaki Field Expedition.
The Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition in 37mm. So only a millimetre smaller than the Christopher Ward.
Two very good field watches.
Two very good field watches. Yes, somebody in the comments. This is a field watch, the C65 Dune. It's literally described as such on the website. So fight me. And compared to the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition, which is better? So the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition, it's got an 80-hour power reserve. That might be the only spec in which it beats the Christopher Ward. Dial isn't decorated. It's all painted on. There's no loveliness, lovely polished outlines in any of the hour markers or the hands or anything. I think the loom is a lot more impressive on the Christopher Ward. The loom is spectacular.
Surprisingly good loom.
Yeah.
It took me back how good the loom was.
But yeah, so the loom on this is spectacular. Loom on the Expedition's okay. This is based off the Powermatic 80 movement. It's got 100 meters water resistance. It's also got a screw down crown. This does have a silicone hairspring, but overall, and come on, GMT function with a date. No date, no GMT, but you do get a compass bezel.
We don't know how to use it.
We don't know how to use it, but it looks cool. Personally, I'd much rather have the GMT and the date. If you want a similar configuration, both on a bracelet, the Hamilton is £1,035, the Christopher Ward, £1,160. It's less than £130 more expensive, and I think it's more worth it. Honestly, I think that this is a great watch. I raved about it when it was first released. I still think it should have a configuration where you can buy it on a NATO, but I just think this is a better value proposition. It's more feature complete, it's more water resistant, it's a lot prettier. The color scheme is gorgeous. I'd love them to do 2 or 3 more colors of this watch. I'd love them to do a darker color scheme. I think this one's perfect for me. I'd love them to do a darker color scheme. This one's 38. I'm gonna be contentious. I'd love to see a 36. It would be really nice if they did a 36 and like a 40 or a 41 in this as well. Just to get the crowd. Just to appeal to more people. If they did this in a 36, that's what I'd get. That's my thoughts. Terry, it's your watch. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
You're happy with it?
I love the inner bezel, the green. The inner green's probably my favourite colour.
Yeah?
And I love the sand dial. And the way it contrasts with the indices.
Yeah, in terms of the design overall, I think it's really complete. If I was being really nitpicky, I don't like how the design on all 4 hands is different. Each of the 4 hands has a different design. To me, it does muddle the dial slightly. So it just makes the dial look a bit too busy, whereas I do appreciate the simplicity of something a bit simpler. Something a bit simpler would have matched a field watch, but honestly, I would get this watch in a heartbeat. That is pure nitpickiness, and I'm really sorry to be giving it back to Terry.
It's nice to have a date window on a field watch. That's where I think the Hamilton slightly lets itself down, no date window.
And that's from the person that owns both of these. He prefers it on a date window. And obviously this isn't the strap this came from, this is an Artem strap. So yeah, I'm just sad to be seeing it go. I don't want to give it back. Okay, well, like, subscribe, comment, do all of that good stuff, and watch yourselves. I'm gonna go steal this watch now. Bye. Oh.